Hi, my name is Alexis Ford, and today I'm going to be talking to you about why public smoking should be completely banned. We've all been there before, dreading walking into a store as we see a group of smokers blocking the entrance. We swallow our tongue and hold our breath as we rush inside the doors, but the smell of the smoke still lingers on our clothes and burns our eyes and our throats. We as a society feel the need to beat around the bush in fear of hurting people's feelings or fear the risk of oppressing somebody's freedom. But at what does that cost us? The cost of life. Smoking in public should be banned because those who choose to lead a healthier life by not smoking are still at risk from the harmful exposure of secondhand smoke. As a child, I've always been passionate about this subject because I am one of those affected by secondhand smoke. I break out in hives due to an allergy within the chemicals, and I have trouble breathing. I feel that public smoking should be banned because it is unfair to subject non-smokers to health risks when they have chosen to live a healthy, smoke-free life. By definition, secondhand smoke is a mixture of gases and fine particles emitting from a cigarette or cigar with more than 7,000 chemicals, 70 of these of which are able to cause cancer, and hundreds are toxic and are exhaled by a smoker and then inhaled by a non-smoker. This definition was by the CDC. Secondhand smoke can cause many health issues such as respiratory infections, sudden infant death syndrome, cancer, and asthma. These health issues are only a few compared to the various others that can be caused by secondhand smoke. The Center for Disease and Control states that the only way to protect non-smokers is by eliminating indoor smoking completely because separation of smokers and non-smokers, cleaning the air, and ventilating buildings do not eliminate secondhand smoke exposure. According to the Journal of the American Medical Association, the harmful effects of secondhand smoke are becoming more known, and many countries are prohibiting public smoking altogether. The article went on to add that on March 26, 2006, Scotland introduced a legislative ban on smoking in enclosed public spaces. Unfortunately, these realizations are only coming out of the tragedies of the numerous deaths of secondhand smoke. The Center for Disease and Control estimated 88 million people were exposed to secondhand smoke in 2007 to 2008, and 53.6% of children ages 3 to 11 were exposed as well. That alone should be enough to ban public smoking. A child's development is extremely fragile. The earlier a child is introduced to secondhand smoke, the more at risk they are for developing chronic life-threatening disease or developing the habit of smoking themselves. Pregnant women that are around secondhand smoke are prone to miscarriages, a child born with defects, or having a baby with an increased chance of sudden infant death syndrome. A non-smoker is unable to avoid secondhand smoke when it's in public places because smokers are allowed to smoke outside anywhere so long as they put it out before entering any establishment. This does not eliminate the exposure because many people must walk through the smoke to enter a building or exposed to it during an outing around town. And even though it is outside the establishment, the smoke can still wafer through and affect the ventilation of the building. Unfortunately, even secondhand smoke in apartment buildings can cause health issues because of the poor ventilation, and even good ventilation does not stop exposure. The elimination of smoking in all public spaces would mean an end to exposure of harmful chemicals. The ban should include that smokers should only be allowed to smoke in controlled environments such as their own home, and only smoke around consenting adults. The law should also cover the possibility of children within the smoker's house by making it illegal to smoke around children, as they are non-consenting adults, and it is considered child abuse because it affects the child's health and well-being. This law would effectively ensure the safety of all non-smokers and still allow smokers to smoke in the comfort of their own home. The law does not offend any constitutional rights because it concerns the safety of non-smoking Americans and still allows for the others to be able to smoke without affecting others. Walking into a grocery store shouldn't mean that it's a daunting task because of the risk of secondhand smoke exposure from the people smoking out their doors. Non-smokers should be able to freely go and feel confident that their decision to not smoke is being respected as well as not in vain. We as a society need to protect the younger generation from these things that are out of their control, such as parents smoking, and allow them to develop in a healthy way. The ban on public smoking should no longer be a discussion, but a law placed heavily down throughout the states as a public safety must. We as a society need to understand that our actions affect surrounding parties, and it is imperative that we respect everybody's decisions and accommodate everybody. I believe this law should be placed effective immediately, as it will save many lives and prevent further damage to the younger generation and generations before us.